Recycling Day by Edward Miller. Between two buildings was a vacant lot. It was a nice, sunny place. In the lot lived a group of bugs. A fly made his home in a can. A family of ants nested in a glass bottle. A grasshopper settled in a cardboard box. And a worm dug in the ground under some rocks. People threw trash into the lot. At first, it was small things, but then bigger items were dumped, such as shoes, old computers, and bicycle tires. Before long, the pile of trash was higher than the fence. Then the unthinkable happened. A gang of rats found the lot. "This looks like the perfect disgusting place to live," said the boss rat. "Let's take over." The boss rat grabbed the worm by the throat and said, "From now on, I'm in charge here." A hungry rat bullied the ants into giving them their lunches. A lazy rat kicked the grasshopper out of his box. And a nasty rat tried to swat the fly and eat him. The bugs were terrified. "We need to do something about these rotten rats," said the grasshopper. "But how can we make them leave?" said the worm. "They love all this trash." The bugs felt hopeless and defeated. Until one promising day when a girl posted a sign on the fence. The sign read, "Recycling Day, this Saturday. Help us clean up this lot." Volunteers did come. They brought containers, rakes, and work gloves. The bugs were glad, but not the rats. They scrambled out of sight. Remember, protect your hands. Wear gardening gloves to pick up trash. The volunteers collected the bottles. "Where are you taking our bottle?" asked the ants. "This bottle is going to be recycled," the boy said. "What does recycle mean?" asked the ant. "Recycle means to take something used, like this old bottle, melt it down with other bottles, then make new ones and reuse them," the boy explained. "Recycling sounds like a good idea," said the ants. Glass recycling. Glass is made from sand, soda ash, and limestone. It is melted into a gluey glob, then molded into bottles. By recycling glass, we save those natural resources. Let's keep sand on the beach where it belongs. Glass bottle. The boy consumed the water in the glass bottle. Recycle the glass bottle. Used bottles are taken to glass bottle factories. Used bottles are crushed, melted, and molded into new ones to make a new glass bottle. Think green. Recycling one glass bottle saves enough energy to power a computer for 1.5 hours. Americans throw away enough glass every week to fill a New York City skyscraper. More than 1,300 pounds of sand are saved for 1 ton of glass recycled. Recycling one glass bottle saves enough electricity to light a light bulb for 4 hours. Remember, be careful not to cut yourself on broken glass. Volunteers gathered all the papers, newspapers, and cardboard boxes. "What are you going to do with my box?" asked the grasshopper. "This box will be recycled. It will be shredded and made into a new cardboard. We save trees when we recycle paper and boxes," said the girl. "Saving trees is a good idea," said the grasshopper. Paper recycling. Paper is made from trees. Tree trunks and branches are chopped into small chips, mixed with water in a big blender, and turned into pulp, like a thick soup. The pulp is pressed into thin sheets and dried. Here's the paper. The girl wrote her name on her paper. When she consumed it, she threw it in the recycle box. Used papers are taken to paper factories. Used paper is shredded and made into pulp to make new paper. And here is the new paper. Think green. Nearly 4 billion trees are cut down each year to make paper. The average person uses enough paper in 1 year to need 7 trees to manufacture it. Americans discard 4 million tons of paper every year. That's enough to build a wall of paper 12 feet high from New York to California. Save wrapping paper to rewrap gifts. Reduce the amount of paper you use by writing on both sides. Each ton of recycled paper can save 17 million trees. Use old magazines to make crafts. Use dishes and cloth napkins instead of paper plates and napkins. Volunteers also collected metal. The fly put his can in the pile too. "What will happen to my can?" asked the fly. "This can be melted down with the others and molded into new ones," said the boy. "I like shiny new cans," said the fly. Metal recycling. Metals are extracted from rocks in the earth. They are melted and molded into many forms, such as soda cans, pots, and paint cans. Recycling metals reduces the use of these rocks. Here's a soda can. The boy consumed the soda in the can. He recycled the can. Used cans are taken to can factories. Cans are crushed, melted, and molded into new cans. And here is the new can. Think green. More than 80 billion aluminum soda cans are used each year around the world. Americans use 100 million cans per day. Recycling one aluminum can saves enough energy to run a television for 3 hours. The energy saved each year by recycling cans could light Washington, D.C. for more than 3 years. More than 100,000 aluminum cans are recycled every minute of every day. All aluminum cans thrown in a dump will still be there 500 years from now. Remember, be careful not to cut yourself on the lids and sharp edges. The volunteers collected all the plastics they could find. "Plastics can be recycled too?" asked the bugs in surprise. "Yes," replied a girl. "Plastics can be melted down and molded into all kinds of things, such as milk jugs, water bottles, and toys." Plastic recycling. Plastics are made from mixing oil and a chemical called chlorine found in the Earth's crust. Plastic is a strong, flexible material that doesn't break down over time. A plastic cup. The girl consumed the drink in the cup. She recycled the cup. Used plastics are taken back to the plastic factory. Plastics are shredded, melted, and molded into new plastics. And you have a new plastic cup. Think green. Americans use 2.5 million plastic bottles every hour. Most of them are thrown away. There is a mass of plastic pieces twice the size of Texas floating in the Pacific Ocean. Tons of plastic waste wash up on the shores all over the world. Plastics can be dangerous to animals. Animals can mistake it for food, eat it, and choke. Enough plastic is made in the United States each year to shrink wrap Texas. Enough plastic bottles are thrown away in the United States each year to circle the earth 4 times. Use reusable water bottles, shopping bags, and lunch bags. Reuse plastic containers to store your toys, crayons, and treasures. Remember, rinse out plastic containers with water before you recycle. The volunteers put leaves and vegetables and fruit food scraps from their lunches into a compost bin. "What is compost?" said the worm. Compost is a rich soil made with food scraps, leaves, and water. "It is healthy food for plants and flowers," said the boy. "Sounds like a nice place to make a home," said the worm. The volunteers collected trash that could not be recycled for the garbage collector to take to the dump. Do not recycle wax paper, plastic wrap, candy wrappers, photo paper, dark colored paper, broken glass, light bulbs, sandwich bags, drinking straws, batteries, styrofoam, or mirrors. Think green. Vegetables and fruits grown in compost soil produce healthier foods for people to eat. Worms can help in the compost process. They eat the scraps, breaking it down into smaller pieces. Flowers, trees, and plants grow bigger and stronger in compost soil. You can compost fruit cores, fruit and vegetable peels and scraps, corn cobs, eggshells, pet fur, leaves, nutshells, pencil shavings, tea bags. Do not compost meat, bones, eggs, or dairy products. By the end of the day, the volunteers cleared the lot and planted a garden. They saved trees, sand, metals, and other natural materials by recycling. And they reduced the amount of trash headed for the dump. The bugs loved the improvements, but the rats did not. They scrambled into a garbage pail to hide. Community garden. All are welcome, except rats. Then, as luck would have it, the garbage collector picked up the trash. The rats tumbled into the back of the truck, and they were on their way to the dump. The rats were never seen again, and the bugs enjoyed the garden. Think green. What else can we recycle? Check with your local government for guidelines about how and what to recycle in your community. Toys. Donate toys in good condition. Buy toys that come in packages that can be recycled. For example, choose a toy in a paperboard box instead of one packaged in plastic. Electronics and batteries. Electronics and batteries are made from metals and plastics. They can poison the soil and water. It is important to keep electronics out of the dumps so this doesn't happen. Recycle or donate cell phones, video games, electronic toys, and cameras. Your town or city will likely have a recycling drive to collect these items. Don't buy the newest electronic device if you have one that is working fine. Fabrics. Recycle worn-out clothes, towels, sheets, shoes, and sneakers. Your town or city will likely have a recycling drive to collect these items. Donate clothes and shoes that are still good. Use old fabrics to make crafts. Old socks make good puppets and dolls. Books. Donate used books to the library or share them with your friends. Note about dumps. A dump or landfill is where our trash is taken. Dumps can be as big as football fields, but it does not take long to fill one to the top. Someday, there will be no more room to dump all our trash. We can help reduce the amount of trash that goes to the dump by recycling. You will help make the earth a cleaner place to live. Note about littering. Careless people throw trash, such as cans and candy wrappers, on the ground. This is called littering. A person who litters is called a litter bug. Cans and bottles left on playgrounds and in parks can kill plants and harm children if stepped on. Some litter gets washed away when it rains and travels into rivers and oceans. Animals eat the garbage and get sick, and some die. So don't be a litter bug. Together, we can make the earth a safer place for plants, animals, and ourselves. Remember, garbage bags can cause suffocation. Never put one over your face or head. The end. Thank you for reading with me. Don't forget to hit the like button and ask your mom and dad to help you to subscribe. Love you, Miss Heidi.